here. I got 2 rabbit legs from a rabbit I shot yesterday. And a rabbit and a squirrel that I got to clean. I also shot a couple Tweety birds and a pigeon, but I didn't even keep the pigeon because my buddy shot it with a shotgun while it was landed. There wasn't much pigeon. So, yeah. That rabbit right there is the first kill that my buddy's had with his brand new shotgun. It's Otis. I use this to clean rabbits. There's a much easier way to do it, but if I'm only taking the back legs, I do it this way. There's like no blood and no guts. It's kind of stupid, but it actually works. Squirrel, I'll just clean squirrel how I always clean squirrels. We're going to do a live game, feast, tonight. We have actually we considered making a channel out of it, called Blaine's Cast Iron Adventures. My buddy, we've cooked a few things in a cast iron over a homemade grill with him. We've done that a couple times, and everything we made has been really good, so we're going to start doing some wild game with it. And, well, I can't remember if I already put this in the video. I finally got a goose permission. I finally got a goose permission. And I am especially kind of stupid. I just put that zip tie on one leg. Alright. I am especially stupid with that, but finally get a goose permission, and it's one of my good fishing spots, and I've been seeing them there for a couple of years, and I finally got a hold of the lady who owns it. I'm trying to find her. She doesn't have a trying to find her. She's real old, and I finally got a hold of her about goose hunting, and she didn't have a problem with it. Actually, would like to see some gone. They've been messing with her pond for years. That rabbit's hung up now. So we're gonna try to get in on them, but we just got to find we got to get everyone together. There's gonna be 5 of us, so I gotta get everyone together, and I gotta find them in there at the same time. So we don't know when they're in there. We just know they're in there sometimes. We just went and looked to see if they were in there. We didn't see them, but there was tons of tracks and goose shit. So they're in there at some point. We just gotta find them at the right time. So yeah. But until then, we're gonna be cooking up, do some catch and cooks. I've done probably close to 100 squirrel catch and cooks. And this is the 20th rabbit I've harvested, and I love rabbit. We're gonna try it cast iron tonight. So yeah, killed 11 last year. I've killed 9 this year, and it's December, so I killed all 11 last year in February. So we've still got plenty of time left of rabbit season. Haven't even hunted a real rabbit spot. All the rabbits I've killed have been in my yard and my buddy's yard. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get to cleaning this, and probably gonna do that. Try to eat them up tonight, and then try to get a game plan for these geese. Hopeless today, but not all. Only 3 of us would have been able to make it today, and we don't even know what time they're in there. So I'm using today and tomorrow to try to figure out what time they're in there, and then we can get on them next weekend. It's probably going to be a jump shoot on these Canadas, and we can shoot 2 per person per day here in Illinois. So late goose season. Wish we would have got permission in September. I had them patterned in early season. They were in there every day at noon, September, and there's a couple dozen, man. I actually found where they're at right now. They're on a pond, probably 1.5 miles away right now, or at least they were 30 minutes ago. We'll just have to see where they're at now. I'm going to go back over there probably about 2 o'clock. I've checked it at 3 o'clock on 2 different occasions and hadn't seen anything in the last week, but there's goose shit that suggests they've been in there within the last 2 days, and tracks that suggest it's been within at least a week. So, well, within the week. So, but the shit suggests they've been in here more recent than that. So, we're trying to get on them. See how many BBs are in this rabbit. This sucker took 2 shots on the run, and then I had to put a 22 in his head to get him to stop squirming so much. But cleaned him and the squirrel. I shot him at 70 yards with a 22, perfect long shot. I don't eat the front shoulders, so I just shoot him in the shoulders. So yeah. Let me get some meat off these guys, get it soaking. So maybe it'll be good for tonight. And yeah, have some fun. Alright guys, pretty muddy field. Pigeon hunting. Got decoys out. Actually got my turkey gun here. It is December 15th, and it's like 60 degrees, so I'm out here doing a little pigeon hunting on board. So far, I flushed up a pair and actually missed them, but they were pretty far before I could get my gun up. And then as I was setting up the decoys, I had a 3-pack fly over. We've done a lot of pigeon hunt videos here. We did our first ever shotgun, like proper pigeon hunt, back in September, and killed 16 here with 5 doves. And a squirrel, actually. And in here yesterday, shot a pigeon, it's dead right there. I can try, make sure there's no birds coming. He's dead right there. That one was shot yesterday. Jump shot it out of the shed, flushed it out, shot it with my buddies. My buddy shot it with his gun, and he also shot a rabbit here yesterday. We did a pellet gun rabbit video here, and there's still rabbits here. I don't plan on shooting any. I'm gonna try to grow a population here. But if one like runs out in front of me, I'm gonna shoot it. Just here doing a little pigeon hunting. So I was talking about how we have a goose spot, and well, the geese are in there right now, but I need to get a waterfowl stamp before I can go shoot them, and it's Sunday. I gotta find a post office that has them and that are open, so on tomorrow. But it's a different task. But it has changed. It's not just this one little jump shoot spot. I still have permission for that, but I also have permission for a spot. This jump shoot spot's got like 30 birds in it. There's a bird. There's a solo. That solo is still flying. He hasn't turned. He might be leaving. He looks like he's leaving. It looks like a pigeon. It's a little pigeon. I'm trying not to shoot any doves if they come in here. That's illegal. I don't plan on shooting any doves today. I actually have a turkey choke in this gun. This is my turkey gun. You guys have seen this gun before. 870. Normally this gun has a red dot on it, but I've taken the rail off because this is my goose gun right now, because it's my only gun that shoots 3.5-inch shells. But it has evolved from a 30 bird jump shoot spot. We still have that. We've picked up about 150 bird spot where we can actually set up on them, and then picked up an absolute just monstrous spot for birds. Yesterday, found it, called the landowner. I know the landowner personally, asked permission, got permission, and there's 2-pack. Come on, get in here. They probably can't see it, the decoys where they're at. I'm expecting them to come from that way, but I'm angled that way so where they're coming across. Because I know where these birds live. They could come from anywhere. And this, the good spot that I found is the same landowner as the second spot, the spot with 150 birds. And this spot yesterday I found out in the field. There's probably 500 geese, and then we went up in the timber and flushed up about 50 mallards, probably 50-50 Susies to greenheads, and that was one of 3 ponds. There's 2 little ponds and a pretty big pond. suit him, but he's right there. Told you there's rabbits in here. If he runs out in front of me, though, I'm not going to hesitate. I will shoot him. It'll be my first rabbit with this gun. This gun, I've killed some pest birds, a turkey, and a coyote. I've actually missed 2 turkeys with this gun. So yeah, I got a turkey choke in here. I had this set up for geese and to try to get on this weekend, but I forgot that you need a waterfowl stamp, so I gotta go get one of them. So, but this is my only bird gun I have out right now, so it's what I brought pigeon. I'd rather use, my actual bird gun, either my other 870 or my Puma, but I don't have those out right now, so this is the bird gun today. I want to kill a pigeon with this gun. I've never killed a pigeon with this gun, so. Of course, my buddy's new gun, we did a video about that probably a month ago. It's an Otis, Bobby guy promoted those guns, and he ended up getting one, and got his first 2 harvests with it, that pigeon and a rabbit. And we fried up that rabbit yesterday, which is the first video of a new channel that we're starting, called Rough Ass Outdoors. It's basically me, my brother, and Caden, his brother. 4 of us. It's gonna be a bunch of outdoor content, which I've been doing outdoor content for years, and my brother has done some himself and chimed in on mine, and Caden has some experience with it through Kaskaskia River Outdoors, and so does his brother. So we're gonna do some of that. We made that channel, called it Rough Ass Outdoors, which we have a series called Blaine's Cast Iron Adventures, which is his brother was cooking wild game on cast iron. We did, to test it, to see how it worked, it's on a homemade stove with a cast iron. We did hot dogs twice. They're really good. So yesterday we did squirrel and rabbit for what is that? That's a pigeon coming in. This pigeon's sitting in a tree. He looked like he was cupped up, man. Like he was gliding. There's a little Tweety bird. He was like gliding in here, man. He just went up in a tree, though. I've never seen a pigeon in a tree. That's kind of cool. It's kind of nifty. I've never seen a pigeon in a tree. I mean, he's on camera. He's in this tree. It's kind of cool. I've never seen a pigeon in a tree. I mean, it could be a big dove. We'll find out if it comes in here. So I'm not gonna shoot it if it's a dove, obviously. It looks pretty big, though. I turned that camera off so fast, I thought it was gliding, baby. I thought it was game over, son. I'm not hidden too well. Oh god, we're zoomed in. You got the spread right there. I'm just up against this hay pile. Trying to be somewhat sneaky. I'm in a gray hoodie and blue jeans. There's some starlings dive bombing around these parts. I'm in a gray hoodie and blue jeans right now. So it's a weird, warm December day. Hope we have a cold week. We have a cold week. We can really get on some geese next weekend and some ducks. Here about an hour and a half, me and my buddy are gonna go scout it. Scout at least one of the 2 of the 3 spots. One spot didn't have any birds in it yesterday and had about 30 in it today. The one that we're supposed to do a jump shoot. And then one of the spots, there's birds. We got birds. Never been waterfowl hunting in my life, and I've been trying to get into it for so long. And I finally picked up a spot or 3 where I can do it. Of course, I've had buddies who waterfowl hunt. Caden and Blaine, the other 2 of the other 3 members of Rough Ass Outdoors. Of course, me and my brother have never done it. They've waterfowl hunted a little. They've done some goose hunting around here, and every year they take a trip to Indiana. They get on some ducks and teal and whatnot. But there's not too many birds around here. We live in the middle of Illinois, which you get southwest Illinois. It's really, really good. But we're in central of Illinois. Not prefer. That rabbit has not moved an inch, and neither has that bird. dove, pigeon, whatever it may be. But one of our goose spots is probably about 1.25 miles that way. So, knowing how it works around these parts, they're probably going to glide in. They're probably going to do it dirty on my dove decoys, and I can't do anything about it. I got 3.5 inch BB heavy metal in my truck. But those are just some rounds I stole from my buddy. I have a box for my first time. I have a box of 3-inch 2-shot heavy steel because I want to be able to shoot ducks too. And, you can shoot ducks with BB, but it's a little bit excessive for ducks. So, of course, you can shoot them both with anything. I've seen Cole Townsend shoot honkers with 410 8-shot. But this is my only 3.5-inch gun. So I will have this gun. My brother will have my dove gun because it's the only other gun that can even shoot 3s that we have. We're not waterfowl family. Of the 5 possible bird guns in our house, of the 6 possible bird guns in our house, 4 of them are 2 3/4 guns. No. 3 of them are 2 3/4 guns. 2 of them are 3.5-inch guns. The 3.5-inch guns are my turkey gun and my dad's turkey gun. My turkey gun, I took the red dot off, and here it is my bird gun. My dad's turkey gun, however, is the barrel's like custom coated, everything designed to shoot like TSS's, and you cannot run steel duck loads out of that gun without messing up the barrel. So that rules out the only other 3.5er, and the only 3-inch gun that's not a 3.5 is my bird gun. Of course, I talked about getting a semi going into next dove season. That's still the plan. I'm gonna get a G-Force shotgun that can. I'd like to get one that shoots 3.5s, but I'll take a 3. So yeah. We're going to see if anything gets in here. That bird's still in that tree. So, part of me wants to walk over there, but the other half of me is like, if you walk over there, a 10-pack of pigeons is going to dive bomb your decoys. And the only reason I'm here right now, because of pigeons, is because 2 days ago, I saw about a 30-pack sitting where those decoys are, and yesterday I was here messing around, and there was about a 20-pack flying over my buddy's house. I don't have any good pigeon spots. I can't hunt pigeons like Bobby Guy, but I got some possible pigeon spots. And it is 2:40 in the afternoon, about 4:04. I'm gonna get moving. It's about 3:50. I'm gonna pack up here. Start packing up at 3:50, so I can go pick up my buddy by 4:15, and we can go scout some goose spots. So yeah, I'm hoping something dive bombs in here. It'd be nifty. We start getting closer to that prime time. What if this rabbit takes off? It's still sitting in the same spot. It hasn't even turned its body. Same with that bird in the tree. And there's rabbits in here thick, man. I just don't want to kill a bunch. I have permission to hunt them. So I can see one right here. I can see one about 150 yards that way. I saw one in the ditch driving up. Whatever it is up. It might be a hawk. I think it's a hawk. Pigeons don't glide that much. It's flying away anyway, so it didn't even decoy. I think that's a hawk. I don't think pigeons glide that much. Oh, that's whatever. It's gone now. There's a starling. If a group of starlings comes over last time, me and my buddy were hunting here back in September, and oh, there's a pigeon. He's doing all sorts of kinky shit. There's a group of sparrows. Me and my buddy were hunting in here in September, and about a couple hundred starlings did it dirty over our head, and we put a hurting on them. We shot 40. There's a hawk about to do it dirty. That's a hawk right there. That'll get you. Yeah, they'll get you when you're crow hunting, man. I've had hawks. I dive bomb crow decoys. And I've had owls check them out. So I'm gonna get hunting here pretty good. I mean, there's a starling mixed in with those sparrows. A couple hundred sparrows just landed to my left here. I want a big group of starlings to fly over. I like shooting starlings. A lot of sparrows though. Another possibility, which I thought goose, killing a goose this year was such a long shot. Now I know it is possible. Another possible long shot would be getting on some snows. I just don't know when their season is. If they didn't have a season, it would be free, because one of the big goose and duck spot I just got has snows on it in like March. Only problem is, I'm pretty sure goose, and I'm pretty sure they have a season. I know some places they don't. I think they do here. So there's a couple sparrows. I need some pigeons. Damn it. I've probably taken, over the years, probably close to 200 pigeons off this property. But this is there's 2 farms here that I hunt. One of my best friends just across the street has a cattle farm with some horses. And across the street where I'm at is his grandpa's house. And there are sheep and horses and donkeys. Mainly a sheep farm. So there's always grain for them to come get. And there's always birds. It's not like what you see in like Ted's Holdover. It's not that extreme, but there are birds here. And there have been geese out in this field, I believe, at one point. But it's been probably over. It's been a couple years since I've seen geese out there. It'd be a good goose spot, which I'm not too worried about it, because one of our main goose spots, one of the 3, is less than a mile that way. I can see the pond. Like, I can see the trees around the pond. And the other one, I can see the trees for the big one, but it's probably 5 miles that way. I can kind of see the tree line over yonder, and the other one is probably 3 or 4 miles that way. They're pretty close together. They're really close together. But they are city geese that leave the city. Town geese. And you pull them out of town on these ponds, and you can whack them, man. And the ducks, I've never seen ducks in towns. I don't know where the ducks are from. But I'm going to do some research on snow goose season real quick while I'm waiting on some damn pigeons. Because I ain't seen shit right now. So that 3-pack setting up, and that busted out that 2-pack. But nothing else. That is 2 of the 4 skull mounts getting hanging there, ready for the bleach. Something else going on is today I got my waterfowl stamp. Now, here's something there. Within the first hour of me having my first ever waterfowl stamp, within the first hour, me, my brother, my buddy, and his dad jump shot geese at one of my bass fishing honey holes. Just jump shoot. No, they're on the pond. Sneak up, then run at them, and then shoot them off the pond. Just cutting some chokes right now. Just simply doing that, we killed 8. So that's 2 birds a guy. 8 birds. Very good for jump shooting. My first time ever shooting at geese. I'll take it. Kind of cool. So, as you guys know, I picked up 3 duck and goose spots. 2 goose spots and a duck and goose spot. For try to get on my first anything. And fortunate enough to pick up my very first goose today, and my first 2 geese. No bands. You're hoping for a band, because these geese that we're hunting this year for my first every time goose hunting, these geese that we're hunting are city geese. Alright? Like they're city geese. So, thinking, oh yeah, there's bands. And I've been scouting these birds for years, honestly. Of course, my buddy and his family, they have been trying to get on these birds for however long. But it's hard to get on these city geese. Got to catch them out of town. You got to get permission on where they're at. And there's 5 main ponds that they live on, and we have permission at 3. So, and we're denied permission on one, and the other one is inside city limits. But I have permission. The one we don't have permission on, nobody has permission on. And the one that's inside city limits, we would have been able to get permission on because I actually have permission to fish it, and I've fished there a couple times. I'm in some videos. And that's where a lot of these goose hunting permissions are from places I can fish. Except for the main spot that we're going to be hitting this weekend. Because I have permission to... I've had permission to rabbit hunt this place for a couple years. So... But it's loaded with waterfowl. So we just did a quick little jump shoot tonight. Tomorrow, it's Monday, December 16th. Tomorrow, we're going to hop back in there, get there early. Couldn't get in there early today because I had to go get my waterfowl stand. Didn't get home. We jumped these birds at 7 minutes before legal light. Like, it was getting late. Tomorrow, we're going to get in there early. We gotta wait for my buddy's brother to get out of school. Me and my brother get out earlier. My buddy gets out at noon. He's in co-op. Me and my brother get out at 2 because we have a special class. We start at 7, go to 2 instead of 8 to 3. But my buddy's brother gets out at 3. Once he gets out, we're gonna meet up and we're going to set up and shoot these birds as they come in and try to kill the limit, or at least use a bird at the same spot on a nice Tuesday after shooting 8 on a nice Monday. And then we'll probably wait it out. Saturday rolls along, then we're gonna hit the good spot, and then that'll probably be it for waterfowl this year. We may try to get back in on them in a couple weeks, maybe around the first of the year. Try to get back in on some birds. But after that, most of my hunting videos are gonna be back to squirrel, rabbit, crow. Well, back to squirrel and rabbit, and then adding crow again. And then we're going to try to get on some pheasants at some point. But I said there's a possibility of me killing my first goose this year, and that's exactly what happened. So 8 birds, split up the meat, and I got 4 birds, 8 breasts in this pack. So first ever goose catch and cook coming to the channel within the next, probably be doing that on our new channel that I announced earlier in this video. Probably doing a cast iron adventure with some geese. We've done 2 test runs on like hot dogs before our first video. Our first video was rabbit and squirrel. Cast iron catch and cooks. I've done plenty of catch and cooks on this channel. And next one's going to be goose, maybe goose mallard, and maybe some deer. So, yeah. Pick you guys up. I'll throw some pictures in this video. Pick you guys up at the next goose hunt. Alright guys, I'm sitting here right now at the spot that we jump shot yesterday. There's 40 birds here. I'm trying spotting scope. This area is known, right? This area I'm in right here is known for having a good number of bands, right? I'm gonna set my phone where you guys would be able to see it. I don't really know. I don't have a good thing. I need to get something for that. Maybe right here. They're pretty vocal. I have my gun right here, and if they get up, and there's like a bird left here, I'm gonna dust him. But I'm looking for bands right now. I haven't seen any, which is honestly kind of shocking because this area is known for bands. One time I did this with this spotting scope. I have a spotting scope on the window mount. I did a spotting scope mission, less than 2 miles from here, and I looked at 300 birds. I picked out over almost 70 bands, because there's a banding station less than 15 miles from here. And I just don't see any bands. Of course, I've never killed a band. Of course, in our group of rough-ass outdoors, none of us four have killed a band. But two of the members, their dad, it's me and my brother and my buddy and his brother. The other brothers, their dad killed a wood duck band and actually has it mounted in their house. But he's also not killed a goose band. He's our main guy that we hunt with. They're starting to walk over that hill, man. Out in that field. I'm gonna leave here pretty soon and scout our main area. This is just kind of a jump shoot spot, and we took 8 off it yesterday, and probably a dozen got away, and there's 40 birds in here right now. I've almost ID'd all these birds here, but I'm gonna get back to IDing birds. And I already checked another spot that we have. There's nothing in it. There hasn't been anything in that spot in the last 2 days, but 2 days ago, the last time there was like 140 birds in there. So it's just all about finding these birds, man. Of course, this is my first time ever waterfowl hunting. So just trying to get into the art of waterfowl. And of course, I've been on one hunt within an hour, like I said in this video already. Within an hour of getting my waterfowl stamp, jump shot a group of geese and killed 8. So of that group in the water, there's not a single band, but there's still the island group of about a dozen. So I've already ID'd probably 25 birds. No bands. And there could be more birds coming in here. It just hit legal shooting light, so I guess I'm not going to shoot them if they fly. But, yeah. We keep IDing birds here about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to head over to the other spot. This may not help us at that spot, but I'm just going to listen for ducks and geese. But I'm going to get back to IDing birds. Try and find a band, man. I'll pick the camera up if I find a band, or if I find the white goose. The white goose is a story, and I saw this goose almost 2 years ago, before I ever went waterfowl hunting. And my buddy knows about this bird too, and just been trying to get on it ever since. And he has been spotted in all 3 of our permissions in the last 3 days. 2 days ago, he was at the permission that hasn't had any birds at it in a couple days. 2 days ago, he was at this spot, and yesterday, after we shot here, he was at the main spot, which we're saving the main spot for a water hunt this upcoming weekend, because there is actual ducks in there too, not just geese. But yeah, looking like we're gonna do a shoot here tomorrow. The plan was actually to do a shoot here today, but the conditions didn't look great for seeing birds here. Of course, I came to just check it, and there's 40 birds here. But we don't want to. We will jump shoot them here again if we have to. But our plan is to actually set up here with decoys tomorrow, and shoot them here. You will notice you can hear vehicles, and we're probably 600 yards off the interstate right now. Maybe not even that. So it's a lot of our 2 spots are right off the interstate. This one and the other one, and the main spot is like 190 yards off of a major highway. Okay, so the island group is getting in the water. They pop up on that bank of that ID them. So I'm gonna get back to looking at birds. All right, guys. So we try to get back on the geese again tonight. We went to our jump shoot spot and actually set up with decoys. I was going to talk about last night. We went there tonight and saw plenty of birds. Had 2 good-sized groups flare on us, probably an 8-pack and like a 20-pack. Flare us. We probably could have shot the second group. They were low enough. We just kind of got greedy, honestly, because these are pretty much unhunted birds, so we were just hoping. But we couldn't get them. So we're picking up, and we hear honks, and 2 birds did it perfect, and my brother and my buddy shot them. Me, my other buddy, and their dad were by the trucks putting up the first couple bags of decoys. But they dropped those two, a pretty good bird and a smaller bird. So we got two on the evening. Puts us at 10 on the year as a collective group. It's Wednesday, Thursday, either tomorrow or Friday. We're gonna try to sneak in and kill another group. All right, guys. I just got done doing one of my later streams that I've done recently, called Lost Stream, even though it is a Wednesday. It's like 1:30. Because I have a pretty easy day in school. Well, not an easy day, but a different day. Last day of finals tomorrow, so we'll be moving into winter break. It ain't gonna be the winter break it was last year with the crow and squirrels. And we're gonna get on some crows, but the main goal for winter break this year is actually geese. So we got those two geese last night and tonight. Tonight we got those two geese. Puts us at 10 on the year. Puts me at 2, Caden at 2, Blaine at 2, Mike at 2, or me at 2, Blaine at 2, Mike at 2, Caden at 3, Brody at 3 on the year. Of course, me at 2 and Brody at 3 ever, but 10 as a group. So that's good. Our core group of 5 guys, and then we'll start probably taking other people to get them into it, but I gotta get into it truly first. But just got done cleaning those geese up, so in the next video you're actually gonna see a goose catch and cook out of me. It's kind of cool doing a goose pot roast. It's not done with obviously beef, but we do deer roasts a lot. They're actually pretty good. And this next one's gonna be goose, so that's cool. We're gonna try to do another jump shoot before the big hunt. So Thursday and Friday, try to get another jump shoot in, and then Saturday we're doing a big hunt. And the big hunt, we looked at the spot. It's called the Select, but we're calling it the Sanctuary. So you guys know I've scouted a couple times, and both times I scouted it, we've scouted it 4 times. The first 2 times I saw over 50 mallards. On multiple occasions, but I think 3 occasions now in the main field by the sanctuary. I've seen hundreds, over close to 500 geese. And in this last scout mission, we finally peeked over to see the full sanctuary instead of just the one little pond. Over 500 geese, over 300 mallards. Some swans, which we can't shoot, but they're so cool. And I got that camera back. I'm borrowing it again. I got some good kill pictures of those geese tonight. We're gonna try to get some good pictures of maybe some mallards and stuff in the future with it. And maybe some up close to the swans if I get it going. But the crazy thing, the white goose was in there. Trying to kill him. He's our target bird. We have a white goose, and the thing about this white goose is his main group. In other words, they all kind of gather at the sanctuary, but his main group that he flies off with from the sanctuary is about 140 birds. But that's our target bird, is that white goose. We're hoping to get some goose bands. There's a good number of bands in our area, but we shot 10, and so far none of those 10 have had bands. And I scouted that big group of no bands the other day. But we were scouting tonight, and we couldn't see, but we heard a speckled belly goose. A speck. I've never seen a speck in person. I probably have. We occasionally get specks, lessers, snows, brants, blues around here in like February, March, so the special season. We're going to try to get on them this upcoming spring. But we normally don't see them until like March, February, April, mainly March, February. We normally don't see them until then. And heard a speck, and it's crazy. I've only seen a handful of snow geese in my life. Maybe eight groups of snows. But this sanctuary, My buddy's dad said there's always snows on it every year. We're the first people to get permission. It was my doing. I was the person who made the calls to get first people to get permission on this spot ever. And it has been a sanctuary. My buddy's ass has been a sanctuary for 20 years. All 3 spots we have never been hunted up until obviously the one we've hunted twice now. On birds that have been very little hunted. So they're town birds, except for the mallards. But the geese are town birds, and it's kind of cool to hunt town birds. So it's not quite like we're not hunting in town. We're not hunting. You can't legally hunt in city limits unless you get a permit. But what you can do is hunt golf courses with a permit, and there's a golf course. It'd be different birds, but it's still city birds. That has a really bad goose problem, but it's just in a weird spot. I don't know if we could even get a license to do it, but might approach them about it in the future. And they have another golf course that actually has a deer problem, a squirrel problem, and a raccoon problem, which I might approach them too. It's actually my home course when I do all the golf vlogs in the summer. But I'm gonna get off to bed. Get up. I got school tomorrow, but a short half day with 3 finals classes. But after that, the plan for tomorrow, is try to get on. We're gonna check the spot, see if there's any birds to jump shoot. If not, then we'll just wait it out till Friday. If there's none again Friday, we'll wait till Saturday. But I got a feeling that tomorrow or Friday or both we're gonna have a group to jump shoot. We didn't bust any birds today. We shot 2, and they were the only 2 birds that were there. Of course, we had those 2 groups pick us up, but the first group wasn't spooked, and the second group actually looked like they were gonna wrap around. These birds, and they haven't been shot at. The only birds that have been shot at have obviously been the 10 we've killed. In the 8 or 9 that was with the first group, we shot 8 out of. There was probably 16 birds, we killed 8 of them. So, the only birds that have been educated out of 18, and 10 of them are dead. There's only 8 birds that have been educated. 8 birds isn't going to make or break anything out of, I would say, on our 3 ponds, we're hunting over 700 geese combined, and probably around 300 mallards, and then at least 1 speckled belly. At least 1 speck. Yeah, we're running low on season time. We got 11 days left of duck season, and about a month and a half left of goose. We're going to do some goose hunting after duck season's over, but after duck, on top of the occasional goose jump shoot, we'll probably switch over to crow and squirrel until that ends, and we'll try to. There's only one real gap in outdoor content, and it's from the end of crow and squirrel up until turkey. But luckily, with my introduction of waterfowl, snow goose might be able to fill that gap. We won't be able to. We won't have decoys calls. We don't have snow geese here enough to where it's viable to do that, to get the stuff for it. So it's like a jump shoot, 1 or 2 jump shoots if possible, but try to rain them out. Of course, I try to fish as much as I can in there, but unless it freezes, man, it's just hard. So, but we're gonna do a nice fishing video. And then, of course, our cast iron adventures on our new outdoor channel, which hasn't launched yet, but the TikTok has been launched. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and I'll pick you up in the next goose hunting video, because that's what the next video is going to be, is probably geese, with some squirrels and rabbits trickled in. Just like every video, we try to throw in some squirrels and rabbits, it seems. So yeah, see ya.